Boy, and another one. Classrooms. Get bored. Learning with work. Oh, breaking Tom. Right? Okay, it's going tomorrow and we're here to go on. Too far from the service. Right now it's yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's fine. That's pretty for a while. So I went to school when Westwood. Yeah. I read all of it. Yeah, you always said you
Hello, I'm just doing a test. For those online, Lenore, can you hear me okay? Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let me try now. Can you hear me okay now?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you, so you just gotta give a thumbs up.
Listen, stay here and listen. You are set. You are smart.
Can you hear me okay? Yeah, okay.
Listen really well and don't put on the big show. Okay? Don't make people feel awesome. You just don't come with the TV.
All right. So that's hello, everyone. We're going to begin our service. So if I can have everybody to their feet. Okay, so I know there's a lot of training going on. Welcome to our new guests, and our members and our regulars and everybody in the room and everybody online. And we are this is a reminder to please make sure that everybody's cell phones are put away and off, that we can enjoy and be present for Shabbat. And we will begin our service on page 5 at the bottom with the letter Gimel with Shalom. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elohim. Service on page 11 and 12. We begin the first few lines on page 11, then we'll continue silently until the Karen on page 12. Now read out and sword Please me roll now me they cut Disney roll now me Yell that roll tonight now and that roll Let's talk about Let's all about Arbaim shana kumitorva mantui rivaim Ve'im hoyat udrahai Asher nishmati ve'akim Im yevahun al-milu matini Continue on page 13, page 14. Here on page 14. Hashamani, Hashamani, Ismehu Hashamani, Hashamani, Ismehu Hashamani, the target of our efforts. Ismehu Hashamani, Hashamani, Ismehu Hashamani, Hashamani, Ismehu Hashamani, the target of our efforts. Iramaya, 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 Ismehu Hashamani, Hashamani, Ismehu Hashamani, Hashamani, Ismehu Hashamani, the target of our efforts. Ich loves it out the perfect, that I'm the best not so. Continue on page 21, revised result. It is more than the name Oh, Adonai, oh, Adonai, Be'atar, oh, Adonai, Shomer Arutzim, I Shomer Adonai, Etzadei Halvanon, Vayarkitei Yemoegel, Levanon, B'Tzion, Yemor, Be'Tzedeik, Oh Adonai, Motzeva HaKodesh, Oh Adonai, Achil Bifar, Achil Adonai, Bifar Kadesh, Oh Adonai, Echol Ayalot, Vayachasov Ye'arun Bo, U'Bechalot, U'Bechalot, Adonai Lamavu Yasham, Vayishem Adonai Melech Adonai Ot, Le'anoitzim, Adonai Yivarech Adamo Vashamo. Seated. Continue on page 23. Lachadavi will be reciting all the verses on 23 and the last two verses on page 25. So we're going to be skipping page 20. Lechadoti likrat hala, v'nei Shabbat Lechadoti likrat hala, v'nei Shabbat kavera. Shamor bezachor bezipur echad, Shmi Adonai Adonai echad, Ushma echad, Shemu tikveret v'ni tekilon ha'lech Adoti likrat hala, V'nei Shabbat Lechadoti likrat hala, V'nei Shabbat nekavela, Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Imer kol ha'tefilata, V'rosh mikadem netzlucha, Tov ma'aseh v'machshava tefillah, Lechadoti likrat hala, V'nei Shabbat nekavela, Lechadoti Likrat hala, v'nei Shabbat nekavela, Mikdash ve'lemir menucha, u'nitei mitoch ha'pecha, v'reklach shevet ve'emei halacha, v'huyachol v'mai kata, Lechadoti likrat hala, v'nei Shabbat nekavela, Lechadoti likrat hala, v'nei Shabbat nekavela, Yaminu smol tibroti, and et Adonai ta'aritzim, al yanish ve'enparti, ve'nismecha ve'nagila. The bride takes west. Lechadoti likrat hala, v'nei Shabbat nekavela, Lechadoti likrat hala, v'nei Shabbat nekavela, oh the shalom, Aterekala, Don Simcha, I'm single, we call, we call, and they shall be we cross the line, then they shall take You see that? It's sitting on page 27 of the Song of Shabbat. He's more sure we don't Shabbat. Pause for a moment of memory for the Warner's Cottage on page 30. Those in the morning or serving your outside or the information stand for Warner's Cottage, please rise. Ikadal, Shmei Rabba, Be'alman, Ibra, Te, Siam, Ikmalute, Tachayechol, Biomecho, Shpaye, Nemo, Israel. Allah, Bisman, Harmini, Bihu, Amen. Yehesh, Rabba, Barak, Allah, Harmini, Amen. Ibarak, Bishabak, Ibahar, Bishamah, Bisase. Bikadar, Bikamed, Bikalal, Shmei, Kusha, Rizu. Kela, Biko, Bervata, Shirata. Shivata, Menmata, Damiran, Belma, Bibru, Amen. Ehe, Shlama, Rabba, Mishmaya, Behayim, Amidu, Bel, O Israel, Bibru, Amen. Oseh, Shalom, Bibruha, Yaseh, Shalom, Amidu, Bel, O Israel, Bibru, Amen. Remain standing will rise for powerful at the beginning of the evening portion of the service. On page 39A or B. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai Borach Sulam Va'ed. Page 40. After this blessing, we will go straight into the Shema on page 41 through 42. And we'll be doing 41 aloud, but all of 42. So, sitting on page 40. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael, Ahavat Torah Mitzvot Ulim Mishpatim Otanu Limanetai Okay, that's the night and Monday through. Show me the way through. Nancy up there, food together. Pretty small, pretty break or a terra. Over beats or terra. They all on the end. I do and ora you, ora Wahen neger yo mam balayla yo mam balayla ya ateka al tafil bimenu Orami Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha V'chol nafshecha v'miutecha V'hayu ha'devarim ha'eileh Asher Elohim mitzalecha Hayom v'levecha V'shinata v'lanecha v'barta V'shitecha v'beitecha v'levecha v'derech V'shoftecha v'techa V'shartam le'ota v'yatecha V'hayu etatecha v'yinecha V'u'tasna Amen to the Sefer, who he shall let. Coming together on these. Baruch atah Adonai, Israel. Page 45. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, V'haviteinu Malkeinu, Le'chayim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us with wisdom, passion, and trust. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, V'haviteinu Malkeinu, Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, V'haviteinu Malkeinu, Le'chayim. Wanting the holy, hiding Shalom, and Rosalie, Archimomena, Baruch Matadavai, Apores, Shalom, Israel, Rise for the Shabbat on page 46. V'sham Israel, El Shabbat, La'asot Shabbat, V'dorotam Beritolah, Israel, Shabbat Vayinah. Ikatavi Kadash Shanirava, Yamadi Baki Mutavia Please Papute, Nehari Nehanu, Yomekon, Uhayet and Homet Israel, Vada Lafa, Bisman Kavi, Timru Ave, Yesh Meira Lavara. We continue with the silent Amidah for Shabbat evening, beginning on page 47 through 52, or with words of your heart. sorry, he is not finished, not going to be on the case, otherwise, the rise or remain standing for the Shabbat, the repetition, theme, the top, page 53. Why Guru Hashamayim Beharetz Bechol Tzivon Why Vayim Vayam Hashmim Nemarav Tzivasa Vayim Shvot Vayam Hashmim Nikol Elato Asher Asa Vayvarech Elohim Et Yom Hashmim Vayim Shoto Viva Shabbat, Viva Melato, Viva Shabbat, Viva Melato, Asher Bara, Elohim Asot, Bara, Ataranai, Elohim Elohim, Elohim Yitzhak, Elohim Yaakov, Elohim Sarah, Elohim Leah, Ayel Hagano Hakibor Benadora, Elemi Okrishma Yivaret, Rami Navot Bifaro, Nechai Nitiv Nemamaro, Aer Hakadosh Shedi Kamaru, Amiti Akleaho, Yom Shabbat Kodsho, Divan Ratzah Lemaniach Lahem, Ivan Ratzah Lemaniach Lahem, Lefanach Lahem, V'yirah Latvachat, V'noteh Lishma V'lo Yom Tavim, V'on Haverachot, E'en HaOdaot, Adon HaShalom, V'kadesh HaShabbat V'arem Shevim, V'yach V'nusha, V'ametushrei Olei, Sefer L'maaseh, L'maaseh Bereshit. Page 54. Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu, V'tzeivinu, V'ateinu, Adesheinu, V'mitzvotecha, V'techalkeinu, V'toratecha, Saleinu, V'mitzvotecha, V'stameinu, V'yishuatecha, Adonai, because it's Shabbat, you may seated or remain standing as is your custom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So this 6-part portion is actually one of my favorites from the year. Great story, and it's a good Haftarah too. So it's a nice pairing. For anyone not familiar, I'm going to give you the TLDR version, the too long to read version. So we have God allows Moses to send out spies, one from each tribe, to scout the land of Israel. You know, God is like, I know that it's a perfect land, but if you need, the people, won't be satisfied, they need, other proof, you can send out these spies to scout the land and make sure it's a good land. And they come back and they bring a report and they said it is a good land and there's giant crops and it's land full of the honey. And then 10 of the spies say, but it's also, they have these giants there and, we're never, if we try to fight them, they're we're surely gonna die and, we're doomed basically to go there. And two of the spies, Joshua and Caleb, was like, no, but we have God on our side. It was too late. The people, started whining and crying and screaming, and why'd you take us out of Egypt if you were only gonna send us to this land to kill us via these giants, and God, gets fed up again, just as he did with the golden calf and says, I've had enough of these people, I'm gonna wipe them all out and start over with you. You're the only one I like. And and Moses again, like in the golden calf, appeals to God's ego and essentially says, what are all the nations gonna say if they find out that you killed the people that you brought out of Egypt and you brought all these plagues upon Egypt and you split, drowned Pharaoh's army in the Red Sea, all for just kill them in the desert, so he pleads with God to forgive them, and God says, okay, I'm not gonna wipe them all out this instant, but they are going to be punished, and this is where we get the punishment of wandering in the desert for 40 years. So that the current generation is going to die out over the course of the 40 years and not going to be able to enter the promised land. After that, and then we have this instance where the 10 scouts who brought the bad report, they died of a plague, and Joshua and Caleb survived. However, right after in Numbers chapter 14, we have this instance that has always interested me. So when Moses repeated these words, meaning the punishment that God has decreed to all the Israelites, starting in verse 39, the people were overcome by grief. Early next morning, they set out toward the crest of the hill country, saying, we are prepared to go up to the place that the Lord has spoken of where we belong. But Moses said, why do you transgress the Lord's command? This will not succeed. Do not go up lest you be routed by your enemies. The Lord is not in your midst. For the Amalekites, the Canaanites will either face you, and you will fall by the sword, inasmuch as you'll turn from following the Lord, and the Lord will not be with you. Yet defiantly they marched over the rest of the hill country, but neither the Lord's ark of the covenant nor Moses stirred from the camp. And they met, and that's the end. So this is all very interesting. It's essentially they hear that they're going to be punished, and they say, no, we want to go. We promise we will love this land. We promise we're going to bring us there now. And Moses is like, no, because God's angry with you. Now, why, Moses has just spent a lot, pleading on behalf of the people. Why did he make that statement? Why couldn't Moses have just said, okay, yeah, go. Why couldn't Moses pleaded to God to make, maybe, speak with them, save them, they're your people, they want to go. So this verse where they said, we are prepared to go up to the place that the Lord has spoken of, for we were wrong. There could be an alternate way to translate that. So the first thing we do is Inenu ve'alinu el hamakom asher amar Adonai ki hatan. But it's not clear for the asher amar Adonai could apply to the place, or it could apply to that we said. So you could read this verse as the place concerning which the Lord said we were going. So essentially, they could be saying, let's go to the place that God told us. That God told us we would. You know, essentially like saying, we don't think of you. God said. Meaning, Moses could tell that they weren't really sincere. It's kind of like, have you ever gotten this apology from somebody? Somebody says, if I did anything to cause you harm, I'm sorry, right? I always like to say, never say I'm sorry if, always say I'm sorry that, or I'm sorry for. I'm sorry that I hurt you. Not I'm sorry if I hurt you. Makes a big difference, right? The if makes it less sincere, right? It's like, well, I don't really think I did anything wrong, but I'm just apologizing. It's apologizing because you are uncomfortable with the punishment and you don't want to be punished, or you don't want to suffer the consequences of being on the wrong end of somebody's temper. And I'm thinking, you know, this is always read just before Rosh Chodesh Tammuz, where we have 3 months until Rosh Hashanah. It seems like it's a long time, but it's actually not. It really, Tammuz, in the middle of Tammuz, then we start this period of, you know, getting towards Tisha B'Av, which then gears us toward Rosh Hashanah. And as we know, Teshuvah, real Teshuvah is hard work. Real Teshuvah needs you to be uncomfortable. Real Teshuvah needs you to really look at yourself and be okay with possibly not getting an I forgive you on the other side, right? It's saying, I'm sorry that I hurt you, and knowing and sitting with that discomfort that, yes, and owning up to it, yes, I did something wrong, as opposed to just saying something to get it out of the way, and I've done my due diligence and I can move on. Because that's not what our Torah portion says Teshuvah is about, and that's not what our tradition teaches that Teshuvah is about. And so I hope that as we gear toward this, you know, we roll through the summer and into, you know, fall, we still have a little way to go, but as we gear toward that season, I invite us all to have a really great season of introspection and reflection, and wish everybody a great summer. Shabbat Shalom. So we will rise with Kiddush on page 55. Sabri Hadarai, Baruch Atadonai Elohim melech haolam borei b'ri hadaber. Baruch Atadonai Elohim melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'batzah b'anu v'shavach kodsho v'yahavat ratzon v'milaner tikaro l'maaseh b'reishit v'yom t'tikva v'yikra'eh kodesh. Sefer Yitzhak Mitzrayim, Yivayu B'Marta, Ve'atar V'Tashta, Mikol Ha'Yim, Ve'Shav V'Sheva, Ve'Yarav Ratzon, V'Yakal Tadu, Baruch Atah Adonai, Shabbat. Continue the Kalenu, page 56 through 57. Remain same. Alenu v'shabeach lanu hakol mateinu chacham yotzer reishi shelo asanu haratzot shelo asaman b'krishna ha'atama. Shelo sam takedu kahem, It's all right, so me and Winter's Cottage. It's on page 58 this morning, for those observing yard site, or if it's your tradition to be sitting in the cottage, please remain standing. This week, we're observing the yard sites of Louis Hessen, Dania, Walker, Irving Kosloff, Judith David Sinowitz, Manuel Roman, David Coleman, Harold Marvis, Geraldine Downhoff, Rabbi Manuel Abrams, Dorothy Rabinowitz, Greg Rubenstein, Florence Winslow, Lillian Needleman. Page 58. Gadal, Gadash, Shmei Rabah, Yaman, Ibra, Imute, Yamlik, Malte, and Hayakov, Yomezov, Lagate, Ol Beit Israel, Ba'Kala, Isman, Kavi, Ibru, Amen. Yehesh, Shmei Rabah, Barach, Le'elam, Obey, Almighty. Ibarach, Yishavah, Yibahar, Yishavam, Yinaseh. Itadar, Italeh, Italal, Shvei, Shav, Revu, Ela, Miklo, Birchata, Shivrata, Tishbahata, Benechamata, Tambirat, Be'alma, Hebrew, Amen. Yehi, Shlama, Rabba, Yishmaya, Bechayim, Avenu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Hebrew, Amen. Oseh Shalom, U'olam, Uyaseh Shalom, Alenu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Amen. So, the person who I have on here that is supposed to do an announcement, it's not here, but I guess Amanda, you know, will be doing an announcement, so welcome to Amanda Broman, or announcing. You did good there, yeah. You just move the mic closer. Good service. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone who joined us online and in person. Thank you to Mary Ann Newkirk and Ann Wolfslow for setting up the ONEG this evening. Venezuela is the sponsor of this meeting. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. The Devarts are up Psalm 92, Psalm 35, will be given by Rabbi Philip. Next Shabbat, Friday night and Saturday morning services will be both online and in person. The early bird registration for religious school closes Sunday, June 30th. You can find the registration form on the website after. Livonim is meeting on June 30th for the Sackmore Band concert. More information is available in the community note. Matan is meeting on Sunday, July 7th at 2 o'clock here at Beth Shalom. Please let Mary Ann Newkirk know if you're planning. Rabbi Greenstand will be hosting the next community in Stitches at her home on Sunday, July 14th at 2 p.m. On Monday, July 15th, Nevonim is hosting an outside presentation and discussion with the realtor and food company manager at Benson. Members of the men's club and their friends had such a great time at the Orioles at Nationals game. We are going to the Nationals at Orioles game on Wednesday, August 14th. Please see Scott Klein for more information. You can always check out these and other programs on our website at www.bet-alone.net. After Shabbat, please take a moment to like and follow the on Shabbat on Facebook, Instagram, and share with your friends and members. Marshall. We'll conclude this evening's service with Eagle, followed by refreshments and social hall. Yes. Is everything fine? Yes. Okay, great. Okay. Just want to make sure. I want, maybe also you can come to the front so that people online can see you. This is, Melissa, and I'm so sorry again. Nelson, yes, Nelson, who is joining us right now from Florida, but will be joining us in the next couple of weeks as our new education director, succeeding Dr. Nagel. So I'm sure we'll all have a chance to meet her, even if you're not in person here tonight. I'm sure we'll have lots of chances to meet her over the coming weeks and months. And so I'm excited for her to join us in our religious school, and welcome to her family, to her husband and two daughters who are here. And we're very, very excited to be here. So, yes. Okay. And so now we will conclude with Eagle on page 62. Page 62. No, I don't know long. There's all notes are. You're ready to a tongue. Mentado, el antes se comenzó a mentir parto, lo cambió Israel, vivo hoy, la vida vida se no so I have good time, oh ya me dijo, de marfeito, ya papi fael, de lo ya mir dato. They all want me, Resua, so very on they are, Tari, Happy with some Tabari, Carlton, O'Malley's, and a second be father, the tape for Sharon can be found. These applicants tell me that she playing new. They don't have to issue what, so you see me at my hell, they're all fast. Aropatea, Sintila, they take me by it now. They're all so. Aropatea, Sintila, Shabbat Shalom. Everybody gets to go and on with soup.